Hey, Lighting, since you've been gone, have you heard?
No. And that's in Italian, by the way. No. It's still no over there as well.
You should have an accent, though.
There's no Italian accent for no.
All right, let's just get on with the show.
Yeah, all right.
The Truck Show. We're gonna show you what we know. We're gonna answer what the truck. 'Cause truck rhymes with the Truck Show. We have the lifted, we have the lowered, and everything in between. We'll talk about trucks that run on diesel and the ones that run on gasoline. The Truck Show, the Truck Show, the Truck Show, whoa, whoa.
It's the Truck Show with your hosts, Lightning and Holman.
This episode of the Truck Show podcast, Have You Heard?, is proudly presented by Nissan. Nissan has a truck for every need, along with the legendary Nissan durability. Test drive your next truck at a local Nissan dealer today, or point your browser to nissanusa.com, where you can use the build and price tool to configure a Nissan truck that fits your lifestyle.
And when you're thinking about adding power or improving fuel economy, Banks has over 65 years of experience. Whether it's cold air intakes or exhaust systems, tuning, throttle control, charge air cooling, lubrication components, and much more, no one offers smarter, safer, 50-state emissions-compliant performance parts than Gale Banks. You'll find the best engineered parts for your truck at bankspower.com.
And when you're looking for quality, full synthetic lubrication for your truck, AMSOIL has you covered with motor oil, lubricants and protectants, grease, additives, and more. AMSOIL synthetic lubricants deliver wear protection, engine cleanliness, and fuel efficiency that conventional oils simply can't match. Find out how AMSOIL synthetic lubricants can save you money and time by helping your vehicles run better and last longer than with conventional oils at AMSOIL.com. When it comes to lubrication, AMSOIL is the leader in synthetics.
EGR now celebrating their 50th anniversary as a leading manufacturer of truck and SUV accessory products with headquarters right here in the good old US of A. As an Australian-owned, family-run business with humble beginnings, EGR is now a global leader in the automotive accessory industry. If you're looking for window visors, fender flares, tonneau covers, lights, hood guards, and more, you'll find them all at egrusa.com.
Hey, Lightning, have you heard? Huh?
No. No, I haven't. That's not bad, actually.
Hold on. Is Italian pizza really good?
It's really thin, and it's thin and generally crispy. I had one deep dish pizza, but that was like Americanized, right? It was like their version of a Chicago pizza. It was towards the end of the trip because we were thin pizzaed out. And I've eaten every kind of pasta imaginable. But that's, you know what? I'll talk about my trip in the next episode. This is all truck news, if you don't mind.
No!
Okay.
No.
So anyway, no, I've not heard.
Well, while you've been gone, the truck industry has basically exploded.
Imploded?
No, exploded.
Oh, really?
No, there's just so much going on. Like,
exploded in a good way.
well, not always. Did you hear Ram? Oh, you didn't. Just recalled 1.2 million pickup trucks.
No. Well, that's the mechanics who are about to do all that work.
So that's this recall affects half-ton trucks dated back to 2019. So basically all of the DTs. It has
No, that's mine.
I know. It has to do with the stability control system.
Well, that goes off on mine all the time where it says drive with caution. And what does it say? There's a message that all the TRX guys complain about. It's when, remember, I called you one time about it. And you said, it'll go away with a key cycle. It's when you park it on an incline or something. Yeah, the yaw, pitch, and roll or whatever, and it freaks it out. And the next time you turn it on, when you turn it on, it's like gives you the message, and it says your stability control is out of whack to the dealer.
All right, well, lucky for you, it's just a minor software fix, but it's a control module software malfunction in the anti-lock system that can unexpectedly disable stability control. So anyway, it says, if this happens, drivers should see any number of warning lights on the dash.
Yeah, I get a full pop-up.
Anti-lock, stability control, adaptive cruise, forward
I
collision.
went in and they reset it. It took like 2 seconds to do. And since then, I've had it like 4 or 5 times. But it goes away with the key cycle, so it doesn't really bother me.
All right. Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
I mean, no.
No.
Talking about blowing up, NHTSA is now probing Jeep for fire risk in hundreds of thousands of Jeeps. So I didn't want you to feel left out by me just picking on the TRX, but apparently NHTSA has received many reports of underhood fires, starting with the ignition off Fortunately, only on 4xEs and not on my 392.
Ooh, so electrification. Did you see what was?
Dude,
Yeah,
the hurricane, all the fires of the hurricane.
Yeah.
So some dude's house burned down. It showed
the
water in his
Tesla,
garage.
right?
Yeah,
the Tesla just explodes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
These
that's
things are
not great.
wait. They're supposed to be sealed. What's up with that?
Well, apparently, they have breathers,
Oh, right.
right? Because there's still thermal expansion. So at some point, I mean, if you're, it's the IP ratings, like what IP67 or something is like 30 minutes under a meter of water or something like that, whatever it happens to be. Well, 2-3 hours underwater, if you're not rated for just driving through a puddle, that's probably
Bad
not
news,
good.
man.
So anyway, the agency is looking into 781,459 vehicles, according to its Office of Defects investigation. It's got 9 reports of fires, 1 report of an injury, and multiple field reports saying that the fire started in the engine compartment. And the majority of the reports mentioned that it started with the ignition off. So, yeah, that's not great. It said most of the time it happened with vehicles with relatively low mileage, like under 2,000. So hopefully, if you got through that, it's kind of like you take a new TV out of the box, it either works or doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you've got a 4xE Jeep,
It's going to explode. You should turn it back in.
Well, we turned ours back in.
Well, that was because it was at the end of the lease.
Well, yeah, but I don't have to worry about it burning down my driveway.
No, because you bought in a full gas car, right? Didn't you?
No, new one's PF too.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
The CX-9?
No, CX-70.
CX-70. I didn't know it was a PF.
Yeah.
Huh. Thought you got the. Do they offer it in a pure gas as well?
Well, I like the pure gas because it's the twin turbo straight 6.
Okay, but that's not the one you got.
No. We just got the PF. My the deals were way better, and this is actually cheaper on the lease than our Grand Cherokee. And because Stellantis' residuals are all messed up, to get the same car 2 years later, exactly the same, everything the same, would have been almost $300 more a month.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
That's
not. So this is actually $10 or $15 less a month than the old payment.
I saw it in the driveway coming out. It's
nice.
a good looking car.
It's got like that.
It's like a slate bluish.
Yeah, it's like a bluish gray, and then it's got the oxblood red interior.
Yeah. I didn't see the interior. I saw the pictures that your wife posted, but it's a good look.
We went into the dealership, and I was like, man, that's a good looking car. Walked over, opened the door, and I'm like, oh man, I love that interior. And I'm thinking, well, that's not the one we're getting. My wife's like, look at this interior. This is a car I want. I was like, ooh. So anyway, yeah, CX-70. So she liked, as much as she does not want an EV, she did appreciate the electric for short trips. Yeah. And now it's got a little bit more electric range than her Grand Cherokee did. And so she can make it to work and back without the gas motor coming on.
What is it, like 175 or something like that?
No. It's like 26 or something.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then it's just a 4-cylinder the rest of the time. But so far, so good. We'll see.
Yeah.
Never owned a Mazda before.
Now, she's a Leadfoot. Does it have enough power for her?
Well,
or are you happy that it's not as powerful as
no, the hybrid motor or the combination of the gas engine and the electrical motor is really close to the twin turbo or turbo straight 6.
Okay.
So
it's probably off the line at Scoots.
When you get it, yeah, and that's what she cares about. She wants to whole shot people on the way to the freeway.
Right.
So, hey, lighting, did you hear?
No, I have not. People must think that we just go through cars and trucks like water. They're like, man, I've had one truck my entire life, and you guys are getting one like every 6 months.
Yeah.
That is true. We are.
Well, no, our wives are.
Our wives are, yeah.
Yeah.
I told you guys, if they had a 6-month lease, my wife would, she'd have it. Oh, by the way, dude, so I put on the Macan, I put 22-inch, so wait, what size did I put on? I put on 22.
I saw that.
20s,
I'm like, why? And the 20s were fine. They're a nice 5-spoke. I'm going,
I didn't like them. I hated them.
Why'd you put the cross-laced wheels on your lease? What do you do when you're done?
Take them off. I still have the stock wheels.
And
put them right back on. Yeah, just hand it in
and
with the stock
have
wheels.
Extra wheels in your garage?
Well, she likes the car. She might just get a new one, but frickin' A, we don't know if it's a valet or
already scratched?
A valet. Nicking one of them. Yeah, and by the way, she called me she sent me a picture and she goes, I didn't do this. And I go, well, you curbed her wheel, didn't you? I'm like, and they're good looking wheels.
It is. It looks good.
It looks like
it makes it look less like a Volkswagen.
It really looks like a high dollar Macan now, like something you'd spend $100,000 on, and it's not.
No,
it's not at all.
No, it doesn't even have stitched dash. It's got all those
it doesn't.
It's got all those little blanks where like the switches that do cool things would go.
Again, you're pointing that stuff out. The average person thinks it's a high dollar car, but you know better. Most people don't.
I sat and I'm like, Volkswagen Passat on the inside.
It's not like we took like an M car a non-M car and
Right.
badged it with M's. No
No.
one's lying about
No,
it. It just
it's
says
just-
Macan. It doesn't
Yeah.
say. It's not like we put a turbo on it. It's not a turbo. But from the outside,
it's a nice looking car.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And the payments are, it's not cheap, but it's way less than like the high dollar one.
Like the
It's
lemon you had, the Mercedes lemon.
That was pricey.
That was a bad. That whole thing
Holy
was
crap.
bad. Yeah.
That was bad news, Bears.
All right. Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
I already played the no.
Oh, hey. So do you remember all those times where I'm like, hey, styling for vehicles, like why the bottom juts out because it's pedestrian?
Yeah,
In
so
fact, it's
it
supposed to flip
kicks
you
the person over.
right?
Yes,
So
right,
you don't
yeah.
drive over them.
Are you going to tell me a story about it cut some person's legs off right at the knees and
NHTSA is now complaining that the trucks with big, bold grille design stuff that are needed for cooling, they don't mesh well with pedestrian safety, and they want to change that.
oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
You know, it's funny. Well, we'll get into it.
Do you listen
I've got a whole
to,
thing.
we've had Matt Farrer from the Smoky Tire podcast on our podcast before, and he's all about that because he lives in Venice,
I know,
California, and he's he wants everyone to drive a very, very small car unless it's convenient for him, and then you can drive a big car. But he's all about that pedestrian safety thing. And I'm like, how many people are actually being hit by large trucks?
Well, okay, well here,
how big
NHTSA
is that?
says
Yes.
vehicle pedestrian fatalities are up 33% in the past 20 years. But there's also a lot of
how many more vehicles are on the
population
road?
and-
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous.
It says this is with fewer people dying in the car, but they want to fix the people outside the car. So they want new crash standards that'll mitigate pedestrian head injuries and front end collisions. But that's obviously going to be a problem for trucks and SUV, which are as big as they've ever been, but also have big grills both for styling, but also cooling and all that. It says it doesn't call out specific vehicles, but it does, quote unquote, highlight essentially the entire pickup truck and large SUV segment in the United States. And they want attention to hood design, but on the big vehicles might also consider grills and fascias. And it would require vehicles to meet certain metrics involving contact with the side of a pedestrian. Here's the thing, don't get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Just stop. Could you imagine some dude? Nah, I'm not even going to go there. I'm just, all I'm saying is like.
So this is a way that the government is getting rid of trucks. I mean, you can have a very pointy Lamborghini-shaped truck if it's batteries. You know what I mean? You just sling
it
them
wouldn't be a
low.
truck. Nobody would want
Well,
that.
I get it, but they don't care about cooling.
You'll like this. There's two head sizes they're testing. One's approximately a 6-year-old child, and the other's an adult. And there's this document is 238 pages packed with guidelines and recommendations on hood structure, fenders, parameters or parameters for how pedestrians might hit them. I mean, you just go. It's just like everything's so overregulated. Like we're just getting in the way of ourselves. Stay on the sidewalk, people. Like just
That's what it should. That's the first paragraph of that 280-page doc. Stay on the sidewalk, people.
Anyway, the proposed rule is under consideration, and it's in its 60-day period of public comment. So go to NHTSA and tell them you don't want them messing with
But
your
who's
truck.
going to do that? All we have is SEMA. That's all we have.
Dude, I'm telling you.
We need, like we talked about, we need an NRA for auto enthusiasts. We
Hoods.
need hoods.
Yeah.
To call it hoods?
No, but
That's the group. It's called hoods.
They would protect the hoods. Save the hoods.
Hoods is like an acronym. HOODS.
It would be
humans
humans
on order. No, humans on other.
deaths.
I don't know what it is, but like that would be funny. But look, like we need an advocate group. Someone to go to Washington and say we need trucks to
we
pull
just need
bigger loads.
we already have
because-
that in SEMA. Let's just call Mike and tell him we need his help.
Okay,
They've had some wins lately.
they have.
So-
Are we going to talk about those?
Yeah, we should have them come
No,
back
no,
on.
no. We should have them in this. Can you pull one up for this segment?
Well, now that you bring it up, yeah. So one of the wins recently, our stupid governor, Gruesome Newsom, or Gavin Newscomb, as most of us call him. By the way, Gavin can't surf. He actually vetoed something, and that was a veto of Senate Bill 961. Unfortunately, he signed a bunch of other stupid legislation. Didn't they put in like another 100 laws or something?
Yes.
Like take the pen away from the dude. Anyway, SEMA put out a press release where they applaud California Governor Gavin Newsom for his decision to veto SB 961. It was a bill that would have fragmented national vehicle safety policies by mandating that California had its own standard that could have conflicted with ongoing federal safety efforts and preempted national vehicle safety regulations. Under SB 961, certain new vehicles sold in California would have had to be required to come equipped with passive speed notifications, which, like, if you think your seatbelt dinger is annoying, if you're driving 66 miles an hour, you would have a dinger in your car, and then it would progressively stop you from going faster. And that's
and unfortunately, this is not something that you could just like cut the wires to.
No.
This would be probably in the ECM wired through your stereo system.
kind of like the fake engine sounds.
Oh my God. Can you imagine that every time you go 10 miles per hour over, it's going to ding at you and probably constantly until you slow down?
So Mike
Oh, my
Spagnola,
Lord.
our friend and president and CEO of SEMA, emphasized the importance of a unified national approach to vehicle safety standards. And I'm quoting him here. Governor Newsom's veto of SB 961 demonstrates commitment to ensuring that California's vehicle safety policies are aligned with federal law, regulations, and policy. A patchwork of conflicting state regulations would have harmed consumers and the automotive industry, potentially stifling innovation and limiting choices. What would happen if you had a California car and you go to Utah where the speed limit's 80, you're going 66 and it's binging at you the whole time?
I think just like, a lot of heads-up displays now will show you the speed limit. I think it knows. It's looking at signs and GPS.
Maybe.
It knows the speed.
No, it's California. They don't care what you do outside the state. They just want to control you all the time.
Okay.
Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
What are you, deaf and stupid? I said no.
No.
Now's a good time if you want a low-mileage Chevy Silverado EV work truck. Hertz has been known to be offloading EVs. Well, they've turned their attention away from the Teslas, and now through Hertz car sales, you can get low-mileage examples between 4,000 and 16,000 miles, priced around $63,000, $64,000.
Dang.
So if
a good deal.
If you wanted one of those, hit up Hertz and you can get yourself a EV Silverado Avalanche, which is not that impressive.
No.
Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
I mean, no.
No, I don't think so. What do you got?
Well, while you were off in Italy, Jeep was making more news. They decided...
Good or bad?
Well, they decided on the Wrangler, if you want a manual, before you could get it with the V6.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want an automatic V6, you're out of luck, dude.
What?
So the autos are going to be the 4-cylinder turbos, and the manuals are going to be the V6 on Wranglers going forward.
Okay, one more time. Say that for our Jeep.
So basically now if you want a V6, you're stuck with a manual in the Wrangler. If you want an automatic, you get the
weird
4-cylinder
Why,
turbo.
I wonder.
Complexity, I guess. And then here, check this out. They took the manual out of the Gladiator, so you can no longer get a manual in the Gladiator. It's only automatic. So you have a manual 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar in the Wrangler.
Yeah.
And then it's a automatic 8-speed 3.6 Pentastar in the Gladiator.
Yes.
So the Gladiator doesn't have the Turbo 4. And then if you want the automatic, you have to get the Turbo 4 in the Wrangler. So it's weird, but check this out. With them abandoning that leaves Toyota as the only truck with the Tacoma in America, the only new truck available with manual transmission. No. Why are
Good
you
on
clapping?
Toyota. Good on Toyota.
Bad for everybody else.
No,
though.
it's bad. I'm saying good on Toyota. That's all the clap is. It's only good on Toyota.
Well, then you should clap with one hand.
Oh.
No, you can't. You can't make any noise because it's like you
just.
You can listen. You can boo. You can boo everybody else, but Toyota's doing what should be there. Your truck guys want manuals.
Gosh.
I want a manual. I had a manual. Seriously, you can't get a new truck in America with a manual unless it is a Tacoma. All the Americans are like, we don't like 3 pedals.
It's not that they don't like 3 pedals. I think it just doesn't sell, sadly.
Well, screw you, Americans,
And they're
for not
just
buying
looking
them.
they're just looking at the vehicles in operation and how many are buying them. And I get it. It's a business decision, but
Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
I don't think so. Please clarify.
Sad to report that the creator of the legendary Valentine radar detector, Mike Valentine, passed away at the age of 74 while you were gone.
I did hear about that, actually.
If you remember back in 92, the Car and Driver magazine was filled with Valentine 1 ads in the back. And
He went big on ads.
huge. And that was the first radar detector that had arrows. And it would point which way your threats were. And it still, to this day, I think they're on V3 or V2. It's still one of the... Well, we had our friend Ariel talking about the radar detectors come on the show.
Yep.
And he was saying that's still one of the better radar detectors.
Well,
all these years later.
because it started like an enthusiast community. Because I guess you could go in and manipulate the firmware inside or write your own, you can customize it. And that started a community around the Valentine 1, which still exists today.
So no cause of death was listed, just stating that he passed away unexpectedly in his home in Cincinnati. and he's survived by his wife, Margaret, of 51 years, and 2 daughters, Martha and Anna. So
Do you think he died of radiation?
that would be lightning at truckshowpodcast.com. Hey, Lighting, did you hear?
No.
Hey, remember how we started the show with a bunch of recalls? And I'm like, oh, the industry, blah, blah, blah. Ford decided to join in, too.
Oh, no.
Recall
Like two shows ago, it was all Ford recalls. They have more now.
144,000 Mavericks over freezing rear cameras.
Oh, my. Oh, well, that's not awful.
No, it's not a big deal. I mean, the automaker found out that they had a memory leak.
Freezing as if it like in the snow, like ice cold?
No,
or like
no,
it just...
there's a memory leak, and so
Oh,
an update fixes it. So over time, memory gets less and less and less until it just freaks out. And anyway, so if you got a Maverick, they're going to have you go to the dealer for an update.
Gotcha.
Because everything is a frickin' update. Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
No!
Pretty sure no. I'm fairly certain I haven't heard whatever you're about to tell me.
Well, in the world of recalls, what the heck? Let's just give one to the General.
The General?
GM recalls 450,000 half-ton trucks, full-size
400
SUVs
and almost 500,000?
that don't warn drivers of low brake fluid.
Oh,
Impacting Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra, 1500s, as well as Tahoe, Suburban.
Is there a sensor
Yukon,
that just
and
malfunctions or
I-
what? You don't know?
It just says there's a fault with GM's electronic brake control module software. So when the brake fluid is low, it no longer gives you a warning like it should. And it covers 449,671 vehicles from 2023 through 2024.
Gnarly.
It's just.
I don't know.
Remember when we didn't even have airbags and we would ride in the back of pickup trucks?
You just think that, like, people, we all think that, like, GM, Ford, Ram, they've got to have it buttoned up by now, right? They've just made so many cars. But no, there's humans driving the thing, right? There's humans making the firmware. There's humans making the software, machining things, whatever.
Yeah.
Humans suck. They make mistakes.
Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
No.
VW Group, they got rid of Navistar, and they're rebranding it as International Motors. So all of you big truckers out there, you no longer drive a Navistar. You're back to being international.
I think that's kind of cool, though.
I think it's
Navistar
cool,
was
too.
lame.
Well, 40 years without it, so the parent company of the International Truck brand is giving them their name back. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, International started over 100 years ago. It was the merger of McCormick Harvesting Machine Company and Deering Harvester Company, which formed International Harvester Company in Chicago. And so, obviously, International is known for a bunch of really great trucks, known for the Scout brand, and also known for some really bad Ford diesel engines.
That was the 6.0, right?
6.0 and a little bit of the 6.4, but
Gotcha.
definitely the 6.0. Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
No.
No, I don't think I've heard.
Ram put out a teaser of the 2025 heavy duties. Boy, are those grills ugly.
Are they massive and unavoidable by a pedestrian?
They are massive, and they just don't look great. The Power Wagon?
Are they machines of death?
I don't think they're machines of death, no.
Okay.
So they put out some teasers. They're not going to give us any info on the heavy-duty truck until sometime in 25.
When are they, Holman, when are they going to put airbags in the grills of trucks?
Oh, it's
So
coming. Well,
it-
they already have those in under the hoods of some cars in Europe.
They do?
Yeah, where you hit it and the thing flies up. Yeah.
Really? So it bounces the person over like a trampoline?
Well, it breaks their fall.
Okay.
So let me see here. I'm putting it up on the screen.
Uh-huh.
And this is the ugly Ram grill.
So that looks like it looks like the current 1500.
I mean, it looks a little bit, but that's the dually right there. Okay, that's the work
Yeah.
truck. That doesn't look too bad, right?
No, it's not awful, right?
Look at that garish thing.
So wait a minute. I thought that was a rendering when I saw that. Are you
No,
sure that's real?
That's the Power Wagon.
That's crazy. That's
It's
a
not
doodle.
crazy. It's horrible.
That's a doodle.
It's got vertical lines. It's got horizontal lines. It's got sideways lines.
Dude, that's
What is the? What, it looks like that is actually the radiator with two like auxiliary coolers on either side of it.
you know what that is? That's the trash compactor from Star Wars.
It looks
That's
like it
one of
would
the. Remember?
shred-
Do you remember the trash compactor?
Yes.
Okay, that's one of the walls
This-
that's come closing in at you,
This looks like if you threw cheese at it behind it, it would be nicely grated.
but all in different directions.
Tail lights look normal. Mirrors are normal.
Yeah,
The
whole,
body's
the whole
the
backside's
same.
normal. Yeah, that's
It's just got an ugly front end. Headlights are cool.
Why would they do that?
It's horrible. Isn't that awful?
Ram.
I'm losing
Headlights
faith over
are
there.
okay-ish.
The headlights are fine. I'm good. They have that Porsche
Sure.
kind of like the 4, kind of style.
sure
I'm
do.
good with
That's
that.
okay
I
with
can live
that,
with
yeah.
that. there's the upscale version.
I don't
that's
like
not
that
Laramie.
either.
No,
I don't like the upscale.
But
is,
no, that's why I showed you last, because it's better than the Power Wagon.
What in the world is wrong with that?
Dude, it
looks
weird.
Weird is an understatement.
Yeah.
God, it looks
weird.
Will we get used to that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, we got used to the Chevy, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Huh?
Yeah, I saw that and I was just like,
Ram. Stop it.
I mean, Stellantis isn't like doing itself any favors right
they're
now.
not. Who's running it?
Wanna hear
Peugeot?
something?
Like with the Frenchies?
Yeah. No, that's part of the problem. Hey, you know
Who's
what? Want to hear
pulling
something
strings?
funny?
What's that?
I literally just got this text.
From Peugeot.
No.
Oh.
From Mike Rice.
Okay.
He bought his wife a Grand Cherokee 4xe.
Oh.
And I just found out my 4xe is on a don't charge and park outside due to fire recall.
Oh, no.
Should I tell him we were just talking about it?
Call him. Let's call him.
Want to call?
Yeah.
All right, let's call. Oh, we could talk about his Ram falling apart too.
Oh,
God. Oh, dude, it's so bad.
No, I don't want to talk. That's sad.
No. It's probably a good story.
Hey, Siri, call Mike Rice.
Calling Mike Rice, mobile.
Perfect.
Hey.
Yo, Mike, it's Lightning Holman, Truck Show Podcast. You're live in the air.
So I was just relaying the text message you sent me because we were just talking about the news of the 4x's catching on fire, and I go, "Hey, Mike Rice just sent me this," and I didn't tell Lightning about the text about the Ram about 5 minutes earlier. Let me just
Double duty.
Do you want me to say it in the way you're feeling, or just read it straight?
No. The way he's
Sure.
All right, the way he's feeling.
However you
All
want
right,
it.
this is.
Hold on a second.
this is
Listen to
Holman.
Mike. He
I
sounds
know.
drunk.
He's dejected. Well, he's been drinking. He's been drinking. It says right here. I need to. All right, this is Holman doing Mike Rice the way I feel he feels.
Okay. Now, for those of you that didn't hear, one of the many times that Mike was on the show, Mike, formerly of Adventure Off-Road in Huntington Beach, they were an aftermarket parts
And your
sales shop,
replacement when you had COVID.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Filled in for me. Yes.
This f***ing truck is killing me. I think my trans is on the way out. The fluid, it looks clean. It smells fine. But if I roll into the throttle, like at 55 miles per hour and 13 to 1400 RPM, it shudders like it's driving over the rumble strips on the side of a highway. Span of a few hundred RPMs and 5 miles either way, and it's gone. Or if it downshifts, it's fine. I need a drink.
I thought for sure you were going to break into like crying at the end.
Well, I mean, listen, best case scenario, I could park the mega cab in the garage next to the 4xe, and the 4xe takes out both of them, and all my problems are solved.
Ooh, it's not a bad idea.
Interesting.
There was a parking lot fire the other day where it was a Hummer that lit on fire and burned the car next to it. Both went up. It was just like 2 days ago.
I'm not
I saw the
sold
news.
on the EVs.
Yeah. So, Mike, you got car troubles. You got the 4xe that's on the do not drive because it could burst into flames, and you got the Ram that you were supposed to bring to the private event and park in the Banks deal that's coming up here in a couple of weeks.
Well, it drives.
no,
it's not good.
It drives. As long as I keep it in fifth, it should make it up to the Banks event.
Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
man.
Huh. All right. Well,
Well, I can always count on you two to cheer my day up.
keep drinking. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. Be well.
Sorry, Mike.
All right, guys.
See
Take
how it
care.
works. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
I think we should end the show on that note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sad.
Hey, October 19th, it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
We're doing a Banks Friends
Is
and
it on our
Family
events
event.
calendar?
No, it's not because it's not open to the public.
Oh.
But I am considering inviting. I have a little bit of leeway. I got 5-10 slots I can open. If we have any Banks fans that listen to the
The
show
local?
in Southern California, you want to drive up to Azusa, which is near Pasadena. Let's call it 25, 30 minutes east of LA in the foothills. If you would like to meet Gail Banks, hang out, free food, free drinks. Holman will be there emceeing. I'll be there running around like a chicken with my head cut off. It started small as like a friends and family event last year, but management
what time?
wanted to open it up. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Short, compact, lot going on, show trucks.
By the way, just for you,
Yes.
because I coach girls softball, I specifically asked for an early game that day. So our game is 9 to 10. So I will be able to be there.
Ooh, it's gonna be
I know
tight.
it's gonna be tight, but I'll be
It's
there.
going to be tight. The problem is at 11, I need your Jeep is one of the Jeeps in the show.
Oh, what? Really?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
So you're supposed to be there at 10.
That ain't gonna happen. But
Shiznit.
But I can drive fast.
So then let me just wrap this up. If you're interested in it, free, right? You're going to eat and drink on my dime. You've always wanted to meet Gail. You want to go tour the facility, hang out for a couple hours, walk around, get some freebies, part of the raffle, all that stuff. lightning@truckshowpodcast.com. You got to email me. All right. I just need to keep it all in one place this time. lightning@truckshowpodcast.com. Email me and I'll take 10 of you and your guests.
But not necessarily the first 10, because we're gonna vet you.
The Truck Show Podcast is a production of Truck Famous LLC. This podcast was created by Sean Holman and Jay Tillis with production elements by DJ Omar Khan. If you like what you've heard, please open your Apple Podcast or Spotify app and give us a 5-star rating. And if you're a fan, there's no better way to show your support than by patronizing our sponsors. Some vehicles may have been harmed during the making of this podcast.